Welcome to Oirase Gorge, one of Japan's most breathtaking natural treasures. Tucked away in the northern region of Aomori, this lush river valley stretches for 14 kilometers, following the crystal-clear flow from Lake Towada. Imagine walking along a winding trail, surrounded by vibrant green forests, the sound of rushing water echoing through the air. The gorge is famous for its countless waterfalls, each with its own shape, rhythm, and story. Some cascade like silver curtains, while others crash powerfully over moss-covered rocks. Every step feels like entering a hidden world of pure nature. Oirase Gorge isn't just a place to see. It's a place to feel. The fresh scent of the forest, the cool mist from the falls, and the soothing chorus of birds and streams create a symphony for your senses. Each season transforms the gorge into a completely different masterpiece. In spring, new leaves paint the valley in fresh shades of green. Summer brings deep foliage, offering cool shade under the sun. Autumn is perhaps the most magical, when fiery red and golden leaves reflect in the river. And in winter, the gorge falls silent, covered in a soft white blanket of snow. Walking the full trail takes about 4 to 5 hours, but you don't need to complete it to enjoy its magic. Even a short stroll reveals hidden waterfalls, twisted tree roots gripping onto rocks, and wooden bridges leading you deeper into the forest. Along the way, you'll find famous spots such as the Ashura Rapids, where water races wildly over jagged stones, and the Choshi waterfall, the gorge's most powerful fall, roaring with incredible force. Oirase Gorge is more than scenery. For centuries, it has inspired poets, painters, and travelers who sought a moment of peace in nature. In Japan, rivers and waterfalls are often seen as sacred, places where nature's spirit reveals itself most clearly. When you stand here, it's easy to understand why. Visiting Oirase Gorge is not about rushing from one spot to another. It's about slowing down, breathing deeply, and letting the power of nature reset your mind. Whether you come for photography, hiking, or simply to escape the noise of daily life, Oirase will welcome you with its timeless beauty. Once you leave, you may find that the sound of its waterfalls stays in your memory, calling you back again. the end of Oirase Gorge lies Lake Towada, a mystical caldera lake formed by powerful volcanic eruptions nearly 200,000 years ago. The lake is strikingly deep, over 320 meters, making it the third deepest in Japan. Its water is so clear that on calm days, the surface reflects the sky like a giant mirror. Towada is also famous for its twin peninsulas, which stretch into the lake like two arms embracing the water. From above, they form a heart shape, adding to the lake's reputation as a romantic destination. The shoreline is dotted with walking paths, shrines, and lookout points. One of the most iconic landmarks is the Statue of Maidens, created by the famous Japanese poet and sculptor, Kotaro Takamura. Each season transforms the lake. Spring brings cherry blossoms along the shore. Summer is perfect for boat rides and kayaking. In autumn, the mountains surrounding the lake explode in vibrant reds and golds. And winter wraps Towada in a serene silence, with snow reflecting the pale blue water. Visiting Lake Towada is not only about scenery. It is about connecting with Japan's volcanic past, its spiritual traditions, and the timeless beauty of nature. Aomori is Japan's #1 apple-producing region. With its crisp air and fertile land, apples here are celebrated in many ways, and one of the most delicious is apple pie. Many bakeries create their own unique versions, each with a special recipe. But today, let me share my experience at Hachinohe, a local shop loved by the community. This was not the apple pie you might imagine. The crust was firm and wonderfully crispy. Inside, the apples were cooked, yet still had a fresh, crunchy texture that completely surprised me. It was a perfect balance, simple, but unforgettable. In Aomori, apple pie is more than a dessert. And at Hachinohe, it became a memory, one that I will carry with me long after the taste has gone.